Success is founded upon attention to small things rather than to large things, to everyday things nearest to us rather than to things that are remote and uncommon. Booker T. Washington. My friends, 10 to 15 minutes each and every day, that is all you need to do. Do these practice trades, learn by doing. You can do this. I'm your biggest fan. If you just stick with it, you will get it. And of course, we have had lots of success as of late. Let's jump into these charts and see, have we had an opportunity yet to jump into down moves on the S&P? Not yet. What we've really seen is a sideways slide. It did jump down in the afternoon. I'm doing this right before the market closes. I have about 5 minutes left, and we're down about 0.70% right now. Still holding on to the green on the STC. Everything is cocked, locked, and ready to go. 2-day is down. The weekly is down. And when I say down, I'm talking about the STC. We have a green spinning top there on the weekly. We do have a green candle, but we're not reaching a higher high after that big spinning top last week because we did have some down movement, mostly up movement, but the STC is still down. So we're negative 14 right now. We're waiting for that extra point to come in for the half-day chart to roll over. We will see. It'll happen if it happens, and when it does, we'll be ready to pull the trigger. Not yet. We'll be continuing to watch throughout Friday to see what is going on. Patreon members will be getting out to you later today the weekly vertical crossovers. Hope to have 20 this week. We're working on those. Get them out to you soon. If you're not a Patreon member, want to support the work we do here, by all means become one. Lots of goodies, particularly the first and foremost thing you get, that 3-part series, Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way. Let's move on to the Qs. It's not moved over either. Moving sideways down right now. About half of what we see with the S&P, down about 0.38%, something like that. We can see lots of volatility in the morning and then volatility on the downside in the afternoon. So again, just like the S&P 500, 2-day is down on the STC, weekly is down, and again a red spinning top. Do note we are below the 200 EMA on the NASDAQ 100 on this weekly chart. So again, more weakness here than with the S&P. So if you're going to choose one to pull the trigger on when it goes to red, what are you thinking? Well, you can sure practice trade both of them, make notes, figure out what works, learn the personalities of the stocks and ETFs you're interested in. How do you do that? You do that by practice trading them at every opportunity and keeping copious notes as to what's happening each day. You don't have to do it throughout the day, but at the end of the day, why you stayed in, why you got out, what you were thinking, what you learned. If you don't write it down, you'll never remember it. You won't catch the nuances. Now let's move on to 20-year bonds. Whoa. Down 1.79%. We cleaned up, we thought, with a 2.83%, twice our ATR, which is our rule, 2-to-1 profit, 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. But look at that, just accelerating, sliding sideways a little bit and then just dumping. So that is bad for all of us, friends, when government bonds are crashing that bad. And don't forget, well below the 200 EMA, not just on the 2-day, not just on the half day, on the 2-day also well below. Look at this. I got to really jack this down to even find the 200 EMA. Likewise on the weekly. Bonds are just crashing. That is a weekly chart there, friends, accelerating in the down move. Terrible. Nobody wants to see that. That is not good, but that's what's happening. And of course, you can see where we have jumped in trying to capitalize on some of those down moves. Let's look at gold. It's down for the day, 0.15% right now. And of course, we closed off this gold trade recently at the beginning of the week with a nice down move of 2.34%. And of course, we're just a little below that now. We'll continue to keep an eye on gold, watch where it goes. I'm waiting at some point for gold to catch fire, to bottom out at somewhere, and then really start moving up because I really want to buy gold. But I'm not buying it now. We shorted it most recently. We let these charts lead us. Check out the 2-day. Of course, it recently, come on, where's the S? There's the STC. Recently crossed over going down on that 2-day chart, and you can see the acceleration there. And on the weekly, not hit its lowest low yet that it did back, most recent low, back on the 26th, the week beginning the 26th of September, but you can tell we're below the 200 EMA there also on gold. So lots of downward pressure on gold. Not buying it to go long anytime soon. What about Bitcoin? Down 0.78% right now. And again, we're hoping Bitcoin's building a base here. You can see that on the weekly chart. We are waiting, watching with bated breath to see. Hopefully it's going to find a good base around that 1820 mark, and at some point start moving up strong, giving us the opportunity to go long in Bitcoin on our practice trades. Just waiting for that. My friends, thank you so much for being with us. God bless. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.